So we finally made it. Release day for the high caliber weapon pack along with the pistol pack and update, and what better way to head out for our release day hunt with the newest weapon pack than on Emerald Coast, the newest map. Now there is another reason I chose Emerald Coast today, and it's probably been about a month ago by now. But we hosted this map in multiplayer, and collectively on stream we probably shot hundreds of animals between everybody in the server. So there should be a lot of respawns out here, and I just figured there's a chance we could run into something good. And of course, we were able to get a diamond with both the 4570 and the 10 gauge over on Hunga Savannah. I do kinda want a better diamond for the 10 gauge because level 4 diamond wildebeest isn't the best of diamonds. But there's bantang out here, there's saltwater crocs, and obviously the opportunity for sandbar deer diamonds as well. So maybe we can get our 300 diamond, or at the very least, we might be able to find something to kind of improve upon our 10 gauge diamond. Now something I noticed back there on that last sandbar deer was that even though we only did get a single lung shot, I kind of think in the past that would have dropped a sandbar deer in his tracks. So I want to try to get a double lung on this one. He's kind of like turning towards us and making the angle way worse. But let's see if we can line that up. That still didn't end up with an insta drop, and maybe it wasn't double lung, but we actually did a test prior to this update and just kind of used a bunch of different weapons to see if these animal class changes would matter. I sort of expected though that the animals themselves wouldn't actually change, but I think a 300 round even with single lung would have dropped that before, and that would imply that sandbar are actually a little bit tougher now. And if that's the case, honestly, I'm all for it. That was, I mean, lung, liver, stomach, that's about as close to double lung as you can get as far as how quickly it should take something down without actually being double lung. Not even close, by the way, to penetrating through to double lung. And he's still ranged just a little bit, 100% quick kill, not as if they're running far. But these things go up to 300 kilograms, and it never made much sense that you could basically insta-drop them with almost anything. I kind of like that. Ooh. Well, it's a guaranteed troll. But we've got a level 9 kangaroo out here, got a mythical here too, and I think, unfortunately, that one's going to be our best option. So, the weapon that we're going to be using for kangaroo, obviously, is the 4570 pistol, and being such a slow moving around at that distance, there's just, even though it's a troll, there's no way we're going to hit that while it's just hopping along, so hopefully they'll slow down, maybe they'll either come back or we can spot them, calm down over the hill. So luckily, they've kind of slowed up out there and gone back to resting nervous. Now here's the thing, when you alert kangaroos that are like in a zone, even if you don't spook them, they kind of just get up and start to hop away. So we're gonna get the 4570 probably zeroed for 100 and just try to alert them and basically make the shot as quickly as we can once they stand up. So it looks like that's about to happen. I think we just insta-killed that thing. And again, it's less important because we know it's going to troll, but a pretty decent start early on here. Got a croc down there that we probably ought to check on. I just saw him. Just a level 6, so nothing really to worry about. And I guess there is a chance, although it's such a pain to get really close to these things, I doubt we'll do it. We could use 10 gauge buckshot. If there were to be a level 9 kangaroo, maybe that actually has a chance at diamond, that's something we could try. But I just don't think that's something I'd be willing to do. We have tried to dock in close to these things before, and it can just take forever. So we'll just take our guaranteed troll and be on the way. That was a vital hit, so wherever we ended up actually aiming was decent enough. Wow, vertebrae, spinal cord, left lung, and heart. Pretty good performance out of the 4570 there. 466, obviously, what was he, 20-ish? Shy of diamond with the absolute max estimate. But we'll definitely take that as we move along up here. So just out of curiosity, we know that the sandbar deer seem to be tougher. Crocs, I wouldn't say there's much of a difference. Although I guess it depends on where that second shot hit. That felt about the same as shooting a croc in the past. I'm 100% sure sandbar are at least a little bit tougher. Yeah, and this is what I thought. The second shot was kind of useless. So we basically had him go down, I think with full quick kill, with a, looks like just straight up double lung shot. So not bad. Those going to class 8 I don't think makes much of a difference, at least in terms of how tough they actually are. I do want to try to find a rooster deer at some point to take with the 4570. But I also don't want to get too bogged down in just testing stuff, especially on release day when I'm sure a lot of you guys are figuring this out on your own anyway, and when we kind of have a specific diamond goal. And speaking of that diamond goal, we finally got some Bantang out here with one kind of decent level 4. And at about 230, I think we'll just try to make that shot. Not even gonna worry about him actually lifting his head. That should punch through. Taking a little longer than maybe I would have hoped, but obviously that is going to be a single lung hit. And our first Bantang down, I think generally, with the 300, we didn't take this thing after Bantang at all during early access. So we'll see how that performed. Not a bad looking Bantang. That was left lung at 219. Actually kind of got close to double lung. May have been able to get it if he were standing like straight up. Still got 30% quick kill. Little Mocha 122. And what we're going to try to do is kind of have the opportunity at least to run into both Crocs and Bantang. There's a lot of Bantang like along the eastern coast of the map. Obviously, Crocs are absolutely everywhere on that beach. So we're going to sort of run down the middle where we can see the beach, but be up hopefully to where we can spot Bantang and get tracks. And we'll see if we can get anything good. And of course, we've literally got our first decent Croc in the worst spot, because we're going to have to drop way down off of here just to go and claim him. I think we got a spinal cord shot, by the way, to follow up. And then climbing back up there to be able to kind of be in that position to go after both Bantang and Crocs could be a little easier said than done. Apparently, somehow, that 6 is aggressive. I would have thought the shots that we took would have spooked him off. It is nice, though, having the semi-auto on the 300. You can get those really quick lung shots. And just, I mean, he might float a tiny bit, but the time it can save us just in running down this coast can be pretty significant. So that wasn't spinal cord, it was lower neck. Not bad, 948 is a solid score. And then as for this guy, okay, we just shot too high the first time. It was lumbar vertebrae and intestines, followed up with a lung hit the second time. We'll take that. And I guess we're gonna have to go out and around to kind of start to work our way back inland. That is about as good an estimate as I've seen. Like for a non-max weight estimate Bantang, 132 to 143. I think 137 is diamond. So we'll definitely try to take that guy down. There are two side by side there, and I want to make sure. Oh, are they both 4s? All right, we'll just leave that alone. There's a whole bunch down there. Got a little distracted by the Bantang. Go and hit that level 7 as well. So let's see. I think they do need to be in the max weight range to really have a chance of being a level 4 diamond. But that's a heck of an estimate for one that's not even there. He's 133, and he almost was in the max weight range, so maybe that could have had a chance. But still falls about 3.5 shy. And somehow we still got a couple of these things going aggressive at us. That's going to bring him down fairly quickly, and our other one looks like he is already floating over. Should work out pretty much perfectly. By the time we grab our 4, the 7 should be here. This guy we hit flesh the first time, and then vertebrae and lung the second time. Twice in a row, it's actually been the follow-up shot that actually made it into the vitals. And then I don't know where this guy's headed, trying to float away from us. A little bit better double lung, 824 for him. And we are, what, about halfway down? Eh, 3/4 of the way down. So we'll start to kind of veer off the beach again. And pretty soon we're going to be into the swamp, which we'll go through that too. There's not really Bantang down there, it'll just be Crocs. And plenty that are going to find us instead of us finding them. No way, what the? Okay, level 6 Croc. I don't know where in the world that came from because I just scanned the beach and didn't see it. That's a vital hit, we're going to get that. Whoa. Okay, there's a chance that's a gold. I imagine that's going to score top of the estimate because that was a weird estimate, 500 something to 723, I think. I don't even know what gold is. Oh my goodness. What even is this? Leucistic? Light brown maybe? What an awesome looking Croc. That's our first male rare. He must have been like, so we were up there, he must have been behind that brush because you can see where he was resting. Anyway, enough stalling. That's still gonna be a silver. It's a leucistic though. What an amazing looking crocodile. Misses gold by about 40. I'm not even mad. That looks awesome. With the new 300, it's not the diamond that we're after, and we've done this before. We've had like really cool rares with a new weapon when we're trying to get a diamond with everything, we will still continue to try to get the diamond. That is, I mean, they look amazing. So glad we finally got one. The only rare croc we've ever killed is an albino from multiplayer, and it was a female. Still not that gold that we're after, and it's gold croc or gators still for a rare on the wall. But that we will absolutely take as we head down here. And we're not even into the swamp yet, though we might as well be. I mean, it literally starts right there. I just said, you know, there's going to be just as many basically that find us as ones that we spot in the distance. And had that one not gone after us, I really don't know that I'd have seen it. And straight into the highest estimate croc we've seen today, mythical up to 1027. Might as well try to get that. I want to see if we can get a neck shot. But I really don't know if that's going to be doable the way he's laying there. Now we got it. Not too bad. So as we move through here, not that it would be a great thing because it would need to set up decoys and a blind and all that, but something else to watch is going to be the magpie geese. That would be another potential opportunity for the 10 gauge. So we'll be spotting those as we go too, and it is kind of cool the way that we've set up this hunt. It allows us to kind of cycle through everything and really be in spots where we might be able to get a diamond with any one of these weapons, but especially the two that we're still primarily focused on. Or perhaps I should say a diamond or a rare, because frankly that leucistic made my entire hunt. Nice, got the skull, jaw, and upper neck. 975 is a pretty solid one. We'll definitely take that as we scoot on through. Well, this is a bit of an unexpected opportunity. Got some stubble quail taken off here, and depending on where they fly and how well we can see, and also what kind of range we can get, we might be able to get a decent number of these things. I think we can get this last one here, but kind of less going on down here than I expected there to be. I don't know how we missed that those first couple of times. I thought those were decent hits. We had a number of crocs go after us, but they were generally really small ones that I would actually use the 10 gauge bird shot and just shoot into the air to get rid of. Not too many going aggressive though compared to normal, and frankly the leucistic one is the star of the show. So a couple of little quail here looking like, did we auto run there? Where did the other one go? I don't know how we even ended up back here. Looking like a couple of pretty average ones though. So the last thing I do want to do, I mentioned I want to see what happens with the 4570 on a rooster deer. So we're going to see if we can run into one of those real quick, and I would say, even though it's nowhere near croc or bantang territory, if we go up here, we will find one pretty quick. So that could be our one right there. I do want to be able to get a broadside shot. It's just a little too long until we got the gun up. So he is alarmed. The wind is fine though. So I think if we don't move too much. Oh, there's another one, a little bit of a better one. One of these two ought to offer us a decent broadside shot. I kind of want to get the bigger one now, even though the three I think did kind of go more broadside. Making it challenging. Can we get that shot in there? We can? I mean, that's about as broadside as we're going to get. Now, in the past, I think a 4570 round probably insta-drops that. Russo were kind of notoriously just made of paper. Still going to get full quick kill, and kind of like the sandbar in the 300, frankly. It took it down plenty quickly enough to use the 4570 reasonably and not have to worry about it. But I think probably they got a little bit of a buff too. So that will be kind of something to pay attention to and mess with some of the other animals that got the class changes. That was single lung, so maybe it wouldn't have made too big a difference. Hard to say. Although I kind of think we'd have just gotten double lung in the past as well. We'll mess with that a little bit more going forward, but for now, we're going to take our leucistic croc to the trophy lodge, and finally we'll get to see what a rare male croc up here on the wall actually looks like. So we've still got the two piebalds, obviously the one gold that we're keeping and the silver that we want to replace. So if we put our new leucistic up there, the size difference is going to be really notable. Like if we do basically the same pose, which I think is that one, you can just see it as the more we back up, the more obvious it is. That croc is way bigger than the gator, and I've been saying like I'm cool with either one, gold rare gator, gold rare croc in that spot, just something to actually reach that gold marker. I think the croc's probably cool though, especially if we can have one of each. And if only that guy had made it. I think he was like 37 shy or something. It really wasn't that close. But the Leucistics just look so nice. That would have been the perfect addition. But pretty cool first hunt here on release day of the high caliber pack. And hopefully there will be many more to come with these new weapons. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time.